Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to make infinite permanent shadow blades in Baldur's Gate 3's patch 8. So the shadow blade spell was added to the sorcerer, wizard, and warlock spell list, and you can do some cool things like make it permanent and give it to your entire party, not having to worry about long rests. So you can see that there, I'm literally holding it at the moment. This also does work on the flame blade as well, and you can see there a 5d6 plus your strength modifier of fire damage, or you can do that with the shadow blade with psychics damage, which is doubled with the resonance stone, making it a very powerful weapon. So this also gives you advantage on attack rolls against lightly or heavily obscured targets. So if you have darkness, it's a very good weapon. But I'll be breaking down how to make this permanent because it is actually pretty easy. And the first thing we need to do is get ourselves a hireling. So you can really grab any hireling here. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to level them up with the either wizard, sorcerer, or the warlock, as you're wanting to upcast this as much as possible. So go ahead, grab yourself the sorcerer, or again, really any class. There's some specific steps that we do have to take with this. The choices don't matter as far as your spells go, except for the shadow blade. You need to take that spell. So once you hit level 3, that is going to be the spell that you select there. And then we're just going to level them up all the way till you can get the level 5 spell slots. So once you got your character all leveled up, what you're going to do is you're going to take the shadow blade spell. You can upcast it, which will give it additional damage. However, there's a little bit of a problem there. It does make it a 2d8 normally afterwards. So you can see there, we got ourselves our shadow blade and we got our permanent one there as well. So what you're going to do is just make sure that the character has at least some items equipped, because this will make sure that it keeps their inventory. So you can put an item in their inventory, give them armor and stuff. And then what you're going to do next is you're just going to leave them there. They're going to have the shadow blade on their back there. And you're just going to go to withers and you're just going to dismiss the hireling. Now, once you dismiss them, I recommend going, so you can go talk about hirelings, dismiss a hireling, dismiss Verana Sunblossom. I leave the conversation. She's gone. Weapon's gone. That's all good. You're going to go and talk to him again, talk about hirelings, and rehire the exact same hireling that you just dismissed. And again, if they have the items there, it's going to add that item to their list. So you can see there, it doesn't show the shadow blade. We're just going to go venture forth here. And whenever we spawn them in, you can see they got the shadow blade on their back. Sometimes it will show as like an actual blade. Like previous to patch 8, it used to always be like that. Now it's actually making it so it's an invisible shadowy blade, but that was the previous appearance of it. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to go here. You can see it does get downscaled to 2d8, but you can take that off of them and then you can add it to yourself. So now I got 2 shadow blades there. Again, they're only a 2d8, but this is not bad because you can do an extra bonus action attack with it. And you got all the power darkness on your back here. So this can be repeated endlessly to continue making a bunch of shadow blades if you wanted to make that for your party. Again, same thing does apply if you take the druid spell list. You can get flame blade, which has a 5d6 and it'll keep that 5d6. But 2d8 is actually very good damage because whenever you attack with this, I'm not even proficient in the weapon with the current character, it has the potential of doing over like 100 damage per hit, because with the resonance stone, it's going to double the damage. So yeah, that is in a nutshell is how to do it. You're going to recruit the hireling, get them to summon in the shadow blade, make sure that they have gear in their inventory, and you can see the whatever you put in their inventory does disappear. So just a little heads up on that. So you want to make sure that they got items in here. You can just give them like a couple different loot and then make sure they have armor on too. And then you'll get yourself permanent shadow blades. So let me know if you have any questions regarding this in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.